there, folks. Thanks for joining us for this conversation about the latest in data center monitoring and monitoring of your IT devices like your battery backups. James Hilliard here from Connection. Tim Figueredo joining me from APC by Schneider Electric. Tim, appreciate the time.
Hey, James. Thanks for having me.
So we have come a long way in the IT world of how we look at our gear. Back in the day, someone kind of stood in front of the servers, stood in front of the UPSs and was checking, saying, yeah, they seem to be running, they seem to be working. That's been replaced. APC by Schneider Electric bringing out the EcoStruxure IT Expert. Tell me about that.
So there's been two waves since the people standing in front of the UPSs saying, yep, it looks good. The next wave was just monitoring and management through StruxureWare, our first iteration of data center infrastructure management. Now we have EcoStruxure IT Expert, where it's cloud-based. And with it being cloud-based, we now have predictive and prescriptive analytics that come with it. So an exciting time in the UPS world to get to that next level of proactive UPS management.
And give me an idea, give us all an idea of what are some of the type of data points we get from this monitoring?
There's three key ones that can really help you determine what the life of a UPS is going to look like, specifically the battery inside of the UPS. So the first one is that internal battery temperature, because the hotter that battery runs, the less lifespan you're going to get out of it. So we want to make sure that it's in a cool environment and the battery is not overheating at any time. So that's the first piece of data we're looking at with the software. The second is UPS cycles. In other words, how many times is the UPS doing its job, going from utility power to battery power? Because actually, the more times it's doing that, the shorter the lifespan of the unit may be. And that actually ties into the third data point, which is the input voltage coming into the building. Because if that input voltage is outside of a certain range, it's going to start fluctuating between battery power and utility power. And the more it does that, the shorter the lifespan of the unit.
And all of these data points coming in, what it seems like it allows an IT team to do is be more proactive. And as I'm out there talking to IT teams, one of the things that a lot of folks say to me is like, it just kind of stinks to be reactive all the time. We want more tools that let us get in front of a problem before it happens. What are teams doing and how is EcoStruxure helping them be more proactive?
Yeah, what this is doing is it's helping you replace a UPS on your own time instead of it being an emergency and needed to be done immediately. Because I got to ask you, James, have you ever lifted a UPS before?
I actually have. They're pretty heavy.
They are. A 3 kVA is upwards of 125 pounds. So you want to make sure you skip arm day on the days where you got to change out the batteries inside of that unit. So what the software is doing is it's helping you to know, okay, next month I have to change these batteries. Instead of it being a phone call from someone in the business saying, I can't get the internet to work, what's going on? And you have to drop everything and get over there and change it immediately.
Oh, makes sense there, Tim. Let's do this. Can you talk to me about customers who have already rolled out EcoStruxure and have had time to work with it? What do they say to you are some of the benefits they're getting? Now that this is here, we get to focus on this.
Yeah, the biggest benefit is how much time they're saving because they don't have to drop everything and react to that UPS failure. Did you know that UPS failures account for 25% of all downtime in the IT space? No, so that's 1 out of every 4 days you're sitting there going, I gotta go change a UPS again. So the biggest thing with this is by being proactive and doing them all at once, you have the right tools, you're kind of going around all your sites at one time versus doing it on different days and having it be an emergency type of situation. So the biggest benefit they tell me about is how much time they get to save because UPS management is no longer the issue that it was before. The second is that they're saving money because what happens is when you load the software and you're looking at these data points like the internal battery temperature and how many times it's cycling between UPS power and utility power, that's ruining the battery and it's causing that lifespan to degrade. So instead of only getting 2 to 3 years out of that UPS, now you can get upwards of 5, sometimes even 6, 7 years out of these units if you're properly addressing the issues that come up with them.
Gotcha. Well, again, monitoring, management of our IT devices has come a long way. Folks, if you want to learn more about what EcoStruxure IT Expert can do for your team, we encourage you to visit connection.com/APC.